what a sight. This place is jumping. They've won 7 in a row. They're looking to equal what the team in 2001 did by winning 8 straight. The club record's at 11. If they can go on and do that, that'll put them into a preliminary final. So Adam Clune, while Nico is missing for the Sharks, Adam Clune backs up after his first game of the season last week where he scored a try and kicked a field goal, and he's got the job of piloting this night's outfit around the park. The old boys are here. The fans are going to rock this place like only they can today. This is the place where you need to be. Footy fans Nirvana, and a raucous reception for two clubs who just might believe lifting the trophy isn't beyond their grasp. Sunday afternoon, Newcastle Sharkies. Enjoy it. A sight to behold. Talakai. Strong surge up the centre of the park. Play to Brayley. And then McInnes linking with Rudolph. And a lot of Cronulla's success in the last little while has come on the back of his return from a long-term injury. Toby Rudolph. Strong in the middle of the ground. They go left to Graham. In his final campaign, Cronulla will remain 5th with victory here today, but it would give them an opportunity potentially to leapfrog Melbourne into the 4 next week. Ponga's first assignment is a high catch and he passes it well. And one of the wing weapons, Dom Young. And here's the other one. The leading tackle breaker in the NRL, Greg Marzhew, 154 tackle busts. And 8 tries in his last 7 games on the back of that. Jacob Saifiti this time. Strong defensive start here by Cronulla. Through the hands of Elliott and Leo Thompson. A kick by Tyson Gamble down the right-hand channel, and here's Connor Tracy. Can't help but be impressed with his work since going back into the number 1. He ran just under 300 metres against North Queensland last time around. He'll buzz around the ground. He's all effort and energy. Ramian plays it to Blake Brayley. He heard from his brother Jaden before the game. And McInnes. A composed start here by Cronulla. They've won 3 in a row on 3 occasions this year, but they haven't won 4 in a row. Tracy tackled well by the veteran Adam Clune. Ball played on play 5. Moylan kicks out left. An aerial effort by Ronaldo Mulatalo, who came further infield. Trindle flings it out the back. Had Dominic Young have got that, it might have been all over. Gagai, he's going to be pulled down just before his 40-metre line.
Well, Dominic Young, he had eyes for that ball. If he got the ball, it was try time as a penalty to Newcastle. What an atmosphere.
Yes, it was off. Cameron came back.
It's as loud as I've heard it here for a long, long time.
Captain! Wait for the tap. Wait!
First good ball for the Knights here. And Tyson Frizzell, the co-captain, played to Crossland. And now to Elliott. And underneath to Leo Thompson. Great run. He's off the bench for round 1, Leo Thompson. Since then, he started every game this year for Newcastle. He may be their most consistent forward so far. Dylan Lucas, 5th NRL game today. And here's Saifiti, Jacob that is, a couple short. Moylan stopped him. Crossland with a looping ball across to Clune, then on to Gamble, and now to Gagai. It's a 2-on-1, and Dom Young will equal the club record for tries in a season. 21 of them. What a start.
Beautifully executed. Beautifully executed. There was even a misfired pass in there, but they didn't panic. Still ran their lines right. Gave Ponga the opportunity to put his wingman away. Isuzu MUX replay. Caught over the head. Gamble beautifully. Gets it out the back now to Gagai. Gagai 2-on-1. Picks up Young. And the Knights get this crowd rocking right from the start.
Yeah, nice play. Tyson Gamble gets it away. If we can get that high shot, just watch Dominic Young. He was thinking kick. Gagai goes. And Dominic Young, he goes over. But does he get the ball down? No.
Oh, there's a foot there. Now, this is a developed print. Oh! Wow, that's tight.
Well, he was off. He was thinking kick. If we can see that high shot, when the ball gets to Adam Clune, if you watch the top of the screen, watch Dominic Young. He's thinking kick, and he has to come back and adjust himself. And then with that, the pass goes behind a little bit. And where's Mr. Bunker? I wonder what Mr. Bunker's thinking.
Breathe easy, mate. Whoops.
Coming up to the 5th tackle. Check the touchline.
Well, first off, it looks simultaneous.
That's good.
Let's try.
Splitting hairs.
Dominic Young's foot is on the line at the same time that the ball is grounded, meaning that he's in touch. We have a decision.
That's splitting hairs.
No. Simultaneous is out. Where do you want the...
Splitting hairs.
So play the ball in the middle. Yeah.
Absolute blade of grass in that.
All right, guys, front foot.
First time they've had the ball down that end of the ground, and a lot of room on that side of the ground for Dominic Young, so there's a positive, despite the bunker and knocking back that try to Newcastle. Well, it's a pleasure to be here today, and Brad Fittler has the best seat in the house sideline.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to say, it's a very sensitive crowd. They've had a cheer, the disappointment of a no try, so we've heard some booing as well. The conditions are beautiful. They say it's a southeasterly, but I've got to say, when you're down here, Andrew Johns might be able to tell us more, but very swirling around, so it's hard to know who's got the advantage at the moment. And I've got to say, it's not often I wish I packed me boots, but I'd like to be out there in either Cronulla or a Newcastle jersey. They'll remember this one.
There's a tap back here from Graham, and Newcastle eventually get it back, and they've got some numbers here.
First one's off Wade, though.
Well, there's an overrule on the initial call.
Over there.
Double knock on.
Yeah, any footballer worth his salt would love to be out there in a jersey today. It doesn't get any better than this. Challenge up in the air. Wade Graham gets a hand to it.
They've won 8 of 11 at home leading into this afternoon. This Newcastle team in 2023. They won twice at home last year.
It's a different football team now.
Oh, my word. Even since the clash earlier in the year. Victory to the Sharks, but they have found their mojo and their style of footy. Oh, and there's a pressure pass from Gamble to Frizzell. A couple of veterans opposing each other on that side of the ground. Graham versus Tyson.
Really rushing, aggressive defence there from the Sharks. Right up in the face of the Knights. Might have to play a little bit earlier from first receiver there. Adam Elliott. Give his outside man a bit of time.
Cameron Uele. Back on an angle. And 21 out from the Knights line now. Trindle brings Tracy around the back. Great tackle from the inside side. Feedy, great shot with Lucas to help. Now Rudolph turns in the tackle. Was thinking of offload, but they wrap the football up. That was Leo Thompson. This is Brayden Trindle. This is Connor Tracy! What a player he is for this Cronulla team! Well, that swung, didn't it? No try at one end, and the Sharks go up and score at the other.
And already in the opening minutes, we can see exactly what we expected today. Two brilliant attacking teams and both defences trying to contend with it. Beautifully timed from Trindle to Connor Tracy. He's able to muscle his way towards the in goal. Some retreating defence there from the Knights. Isuzu MUX replay. Trindle beautifully executed. Connor Tracy aggressive. Gets it down in the corner. And the Sharks will open the scoring.
Yeah, it's their favourite pet play on the last play. They'll go to the line, and Jesse Raymond will run the decoy for the fullback. Today it's Connor Tracy. And just because it's the last tackle, the winger has stepped back just a little bit, which enables Connor Tracy to get on the outside of the opposition centre, which is Bradman Best. The winger in the back of his mind, defensive winger, Greg Marju, is thinking kick, so he's hanging back a bit. Just enables Connor Tracy to get on the outside of Bradman Best.
Brad Fittler.
Well, the only difference between the two plays in Newcastle only a minute ago on that play was that pass from Trindle out in front. Connor Tracy just had the balls in front. He could see the defence, and it was his perfect scenario. He just had to run. The space was there.
Well, the bench has got a good look at this. It's Trindle from touch. He's threaded it.
Conversion attempt by Brady Trindle was successful. 32 minutes remaining in the first half. The Cronulla Sharks 6 leading on NIB Newcastle lines 0.
Stay behind, guys. Not early, guys.
10 seconds.
Such is the depth of this Cronulla side that the two players who orchestrated that try, Braden Trindle and Connor Tracy, couldn't even crack it for a regular start in the Sharks team until midway through the year, even a fraction later. 6-0 Cronulla. Craig Fitzgibbon said, our aim is to take the crowd out of the game. Well, they're a little quieter after the Sharks scored first points.
Just watching the way they're attacking, Braden Trindle is defending on the left side. In attack, he swaps over and comes to the right side. Moylan, he swaps and goes over to the left side.
And Tracy buzzing through the middle once again.
He is all energy, isn't he?
Trindle's going to go through the hands. They back right off the defence. They're Graham with a long pass and a kick ahead. It's off legs. It's picked up on the attack by Ponga.
Wow. No self-preservation there. He just flew into that rolling ball. Got it back for his team.
Oh, they're letting it sizzle, aren't they, both sides? It's a day that lends itself to open footy. This is spectacular. The ground is absolutely perfect. The weather is resplendent.
That also making just an old-fashioned shootout here.
Yeah.
They're both going for their shots.
Gamble. That made a real thud off the boot for Azell. Motoring, look out, oh, whack!
Wow, he accelerated into the contact there. The last 5 metres, he went through his gears. Got to 50 and he was flying into that, Tyson Frizzell.
That was brave from Connor Tracy too, wasn't it? Stood his ground.
Sifa Talakai, 17 try assists in the year. Oh, a juggle by Sione Katoa. And the old-fashioned toilet, Cam McInnes. Strong defensive set this for Newcastle. And Trindle gets plenty of air underneath this, and Young, well, his legs are so long, he thought about trying to put one over the sideline and make it a kick out on the full, but he wasn't able to. 16 out from the halfway line. Here's Kalen. Of his 19 try assists this year, 12 have come in the last 7 games that they've won. That is staggering. Elliott's tackled by Rudolph. And Clune, boot to ball, early in the count. Clune racing after it. What a great chill that was.
A lot of speed, Adam Clune. Played a fair bit of first grade last year. Been in reserve grade this year. He's too good a player to be playing reserve grade. I think he's off to the Super League next year.
Wow.
Great speed.
Oh.
Stay behind, guys.
He's a real student of the game. And he knows his game.
You don't normally
Knows
see
his
people
strength.
with that amount of grey hair run that fast. Andrew, do you?
No.
Let's go to Brad.
Yeah, Joey and I were talking to Jaden Bradley, and we're talking about how Clune's just playing his game, and a big part of it, oh, he's missed this. There's a penalty in front. And the biggest part of his game is his speed. Good to see him utilise it there, chasing one of his own kicks.
It was great vision to see that Connor Tracy was back, and it was great awareness from Connor Tracy. Tremendous to turn and chase the way he did. They took the odds to it there, the Sharks, with a short drop out. They're 6 in front.
They don't want
getting it back.
No, they're not interested in the 2. That's a good sign. Crossland left to Clune, and now Lucas Moylan. That was strong. And Thompson now targeting McInnes. Oh, he lost the ball. That's a let off.
In the middle.
Yeah, it's a big day for the Knights. Very exciting.
Clock's going, guys. Back here on
Making a
the
run
10.
to the finals. They've got this big full house here on a Sunday afternoon. This game is so crucial, and just some little nervous things in the early stages. A couple of little setbacks too, which mentally can put you on tilt a little bit. They've just got to be strong mentally in these opening stages.
Hurry up, Blake.
Sharks have had one visit to their end for a try.
No, wait. Stay down.
A long way to go though.
Wait. Go. Break.
Sonny Katoa, 5th in the league for tackle bust this year. Gee, there's some firepower out wide in both of these teams, isn't there? Both sets of wingers. Blistering. Now, Hamlin Uele playing out a little bit wider than you'd expect from a front rower. They attack a short side, but Graham comes back against the grain. Tackle there by Leo Thompson. Brayley with one marker can run. And McInnes saw that, so he swept up in support. And they get to play 5. Ball to Trindle. Another test for Caleb. Oh. Gee, is he not feeling confident or what?
Is he off a mini tramp there? He was 10 foot in the air. He's got to get in the arm wrestle here, Newcastle. Here's the replay. Have a look how high he gets. He jumped over someone.
Given what he's been through with those head knocks, how good is it to see him just playing hard, aggressive football, not even thinking about it?
Already, they're doing a great job on Greg Marju.
Ponga, his first little incursion down this left-hand edge, and it was shut down well by Raymond. He's got a massive job in defence today. He chased hard on Clune there. And taken at the back by Connor Tracy, who's in turn wrapped up by Bradman Best. Now Katoa. And now Ronaldo with 19 tries in the season. They outpaced Adam Clune, but he comes again along with Bradman Best. 19 tries, 19 games before today for Ronaldo Mulatalo. Rudolph runs towards Crossland. Strong charge. And Elliott in there to help as well. Another kick down the left-hand side. It's Young this time, although he lets Wade Graham tap it back, and it's a good result for the Knights. Crossland diving on it.
Well, you've got to give the Sharks plenty of credit. They've come here today in front of a big hostile crowd, away from home, and they've handled the opening gambit beautifully. Plenty of experience in their team.
Elliott, Leo Thompson. They've had the better of the field position, certainly. 4 players gone. The Knights not quite up over the halfway. Jacob Saifidi now. Clune copped a little graze from Hamlin Uele, and the crowd certainly urging our referee Ashley Klein to intervene, but he didn't. Way to Ramian. Spent some time in Newcastle. From Cronulla up here to the Knights and back to the Sharkies. Katoa again. Very good out of yardage. So quick. Moylan's going to run himself now. Played very little football. In fact, 19 minutes off the bench in the last month for Matt Moylan. Tracy. Great speed once again. And another kick by Trindle. It's rinse and repeat stuff for the Sharkies at the moment. So the Knights hoping to seal a place in the finals with victory here this afternoon.
Feels like the ball's been in play for a long time. This cycle of back and forth. Every 4 minutes. Once it's over that 4 minutes, that's when the real fatigue starts coming into the game, especially around the middle.
That's Frizzell. This is play 5. This is Gamble once again. That they're all kicking in the same direction. It's been Trindle all down Cronulla's left and Gamble all down Newcastle's right. Great tackle. Good kick chase stuff there from the Knights. Tracy hit hard.
That was Tonga. You can see the forwards for the Sharks really struggling to get back on side. Next error in this game is going to be a big one.
It's certainly high quality.
Oh, that's forward.
Whoops.
Oh, that is an uncharacteristic mistake from Wade Graham.
Mark that one down. That's fatigue.
Where do you want it, guys? Shot clock on. Where do you want it?
You can see Wade Graham. He just totally loses his technique. The fatigue last time, 5 minutes and 9 seconds since the last stoppage.
That was a tired one, wasn't it?
He looked really tired there. Middlefield scrum, Ponga. 3-on-3. He's got Matt Moylan in front of him. Moylan standing really wide from the scrum.
And Nikora broke for the back row to help. I wonder how Matt felt this week when coach said, Nico's out, you're in, you're marking Kalen. Ponga first receiver, takes them on himself, thought about delivering a pass, it's again called.
Well, he's in first receiver, he has to get with Clune. Let Clune play to him and get some numbers around Moylan.
Crossland, Safidi.
Big tackle.
Trying to bash his way there. He flicked it out the back to Crossland in heavy traffic as a metre out. Elliott waiting. Long pass to Clune, then to Gamble. And now Gagai. They read that nicely. Graham trying to defend that mistake, which handed Newcastle possession back. Now Leo Thompson with the change of direction. They haven't thrown the trick shot yet. It might be... Oh, there was a chance for Raymond. If that stuck, he was gone.
I spoke early in the game about the rushing defence. At first receiver, you got to play a little bit earlier because the defence is coming up so hard.
Oh.
He took one step too far there, Adam Clune. Brad Fittler.
He's done a good job there, Jesse Ramian. Just before the play of the ball, Kalen Ponga changed his mind on the play. They wanted Bradman, Best and Marzu both moved inside and they're going to swing around. He recognised it, got in the passing lane and saved the day.
Oh, that was the face of a relieved halfback from Adam Clune. Thompson runs into Rudolph. The Newcastle chant billows around this spectacular ground. Ponga! Yes, a try to the #1 man.
Well, it's nearly the first time, Andrew, he's involved himself. I don't know whether it was a plan to use him as a bit of a decoy early or play away from him or not expose him too early, but this is the first time he's really got himself in attacking position and he pins his ears back here. Isuzu MUX replay. No ball playing this time, just surged towards the try line. Brilliant stuff.
Well, he's at the end of his career, Matt Moylan. and he stops here, he checks on the lead runner, and then just hasn't got the speed on the Isuzu MUX replay. That's what I mean. If Clune can play to Ponga, coming around on those sweep plays, it'll put so much pressure on Matt Moylan. Then in turn, it'll put Jesse Ramian under stress defensively, which then brings Bradman Best into play. That's the side, that's his favourite side, Ponga. Now he's goal kicking from this side. Here it is, here's the replay, and Clune gives him time to play. 1 or 2 steps, give it to him early, and then it's a foot race between Ponga and Moylan. From this side of the field, with his kicking, Ponga this year is kicking at 48%, compared to on the other side, he's around mid-60s. He's brought it back a little bit further. Now he's kicking straight into the teeth of the breeze here. It's coming from the northeast. Aim this ball that left upright. Gets that natural draw on the ball. Just like that.
He's the man they've come to see, and he has ignited the fans. Kalen Ponga, King Kalen, 6 points each.
I wonder what Jesse Ramian thinks of that try. On the previous play, he went up really quickly and nearly got the intercept. This time he hung back and exposed Moylan to that speed. What's he going to be thinking now every time they come towards them?
Well, it's up to Adam Clune. That time he played a little bit earlier. When he digs right into the line, enables Jesse Ramian to come out. And he's going to get Ramian in 2 minds.
I'm curious, Phil Gould, from a coach's perspective, with Moylan into this team, they've opted against defending him on that left-hand side that he's more accustomed to. They've slotted him straight into the right to prevent too much change to the existing combination, but it does expose him to Ponga.
Well, it doesn't matter where you put him. He's going to be exposed at some stage. It's like it's like trying to hide a bad fieldsman at cricket. The ball will keep finding him.
Are you talking about Phil Tufnell?
Yeah, you can't hide him. Wherever you hit him, they hit the catches.
Good analogy.
But, you know, like Newcastle are missing their left-back rower today. He's out, and you've got Tyson Frizzell on the other side, who's a very powerful ball runner. They may have thought this was the best of 2 Eagles. But it does expose him to Kalen Ponga, and that's his favourite side of the field.
And he's picked him off on the 20-minute mark.
Well, it's Jesse Ramian and his back row forward. They've got to work out how they're going to defend those plays. As I say, Jesse Ramian raced up and nearly got the intercept last time. Maybe he's got to get up and rattle Kalen Ponga with a big up and in tackle there just to get him in 2 minds.
This is just so good. Andrew's been like a cat on a hot tin roof for 2 weeks, and nothing's changed. Moylan down a very short blind side. A bit of Nico Hines about that one. That's his preferred kick. Back across the ground, and Ponga just searching for a little opening. Are you more nervous now or when you played, Andrew?
I wasn't nervous when I played. Because you're out there. When you're watching, it's out of your hands.
You're no good watching.
There's not much control from up here. Coaches learned that very early in the piece.
They've settled in nicely to their work on the back of points, Newcastle.
Yeah, it's put oxygen in their lungs, hasn't it? You can just see they just look settled now. It's 6 behind in a big game. You know, you can get rattled a little bit. Now they can just go back to their process, their rhythm.
Oh, is that a fraction long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Had his foot in the air. Maybe that was a hometown decision.
They don't exist.
Well, again, it's splitting hairs.
I just think bottom of the screen, I think the back foot was up.
Well,
maybe not.
yeah, it's simultaneous. They disallowed a try for that down the other end.
Oh, Jack Williams on the ground now. There's a mistake. Tommy Hazelton, the 2 reserves are out there.
First one off Cronulla.
Another error and more good ball coming for the home team.
Well, when the big man comes on the field, you don't want to be giving him a tip on. You just wind him up and get it straight off the dummy half. The big men get nervous, they get fizzed up. Once they get on the field, you don't want to dress it up. You just wind him up and get him straight off the dummy half. That ball was out in front of Tom Hazelton and the rushing defence. That was a nervous one. Big option now for the Knights.
Well, they're feeding the ball on the left side of the scrum, and Tonga's on the left side of the field. The ball goes to the right.
Well, they don't lack firepower at that side either, do they? Here's Gagai.
That's a good battle. Talakai and Gagai. Talakai will tower. Gagai, he just pinballs around.
Oh, good shot. McInnes, Hazelton. Gamble first receiver. Clune sweeping. That broke down. Daniel Safidi in 15 on the ground now for the Knights.
He missed his assignment there, Safidi. Daniel.
So there's a pair of Safidis out there. And Daniel from the bench this afternoon within 6 metres of the Cronulla line. They're looking to go back-to-back. Clune nearly through. What a tackle. That was McInnes. Who else? And Nikora with some added assistance. Back to Kalen. He kicks it to Dominic Young. Was that a missed kick or was it deliberate? Either way, it didn't quite come off, but it easily could have.
I think it was deliberate.
That was like a soccer cross.
Hitting straight on the chest with it.
Oh, look at this. They're in trouble here, the Sharks. 3 tackles gone. They're not at their 10 yet. And a big effort by Crossland to knock Jack Williams over. Oh! They were stuck in the mud.
They were stuck in the mud, which means they don't deserve the penalty. That's not having a feel for the game at all. That's just giving them an empty out.
Here's Tommy Hazelton. 3 tries this year. He's got a cult following down in the Shire. Trindle out the back to Tracy. So dangerous. Felled by Gagai on the 30. Trindle and McInnes. And Matt Moylan. Nikora! He couldn't beat Ponga, but he kept it alive. Hazelton, he nearly got another try. He was stopped by Clune. Quick play the ball. Moylan, Nikora started it. Nikora finishes it. Great hit back by the Sharkies.
Yeah, poor defence on that left side for the Knights. Britton Nikora very rarely runs decoys. He's such a great hole hitter. Whenever he's around the ball, he generally gets it. It was the first on the Isuzu MUX replay. He comes under, gets some tight defenders on the inside, finds a pass to Big Tommy, then he reloads quickly. He finds his mark on the right side, and then from there, it's so hard to stop. It's a worry for the Knights. They've been down here just twice. The Sharks, they've scored twice, and down the Knights' left side. All new combinations defensively.
That ball hit the ground.
Hang on, Mr. Bunker.
Brad, down to you.
Well, there it is. The touch is the first time, I'm pretty sure. Well, I wouldn't ask the crowd anyway. I'm not sure if their answer would be unbiased. I might have to ask Gal to give it some balance. Oops. Mr. Bunker.
Grounding, they're coming up for tackle 5.
Surely he gets it down.
At this stage, the ball has not yet touched the ground.
Oh, really?
He holds himself up. His forearm. Nikera's forearm.
Again, that's splitting hairs.
The ball is now dropped by Britton Nikora.
Oh, it's no try.
That's splitting hairs. That's a try in every level of rugby league in any game in history, unless you're in the NRL in 2023. They'll find a way to disallow it.
It was always up. He lost possession into the hand of the defender. Up on.
Well, the locals were making their opinion pretty public, and they've got the decision, Freddie.
Well, the good thing out of it is they don't get the points, but what they do, they get their confidence back. A couple of minutes ago when Kalen Ponga beat Matt Moylan, it was like the whole Sharks felt it. They're all waiting for it. They didn't get it right. It looked like they dropped their confidence. The Matty Moylan and the Nikora joined twice in the one set to nearly score a try. They'll get their confidence back.
Wow. Britton held himself up the first time.
Jack Hetherington on the field. He usually brings some impact around the middle of the field with that great speed off the mark.
Frizzell crashes into the defence. Tackled by Graham. Gee, there's a bit of footy smarts in that little battle, isn't there? And Jack once again. Now Elliott winds up, brings Clune onto the ball. This is Lucas. His first game since played the Panthers back in round 17. Big occasion to be recalled. Ponga with a chip kick. Bradman Best with the tap back.
They might challenge this one as the tap back.
You do?
They're going to challenge it. I think it touched a Sharks player. Might have been Britton Nikora.
Sixth tackle here. Newcastle disputing the decision. That's the last tackle. They believed it was touched by Britton Nikora.
Bradman Best will knock this ball back. All onside.
The players on the left are onside, as is the player inside Kalaponga.
Well, how can you tell? He gets a hand to it.
Just looking to see if the ball touches Britton Nikora.
You just watch his fingers on that right hand.
Just looking at all available angles. Based on all available angles, there is insufficient evidence to overturn the on-field decision. Newcastle will retain their challenge.
Back over here to hand over.
Didn't have time to fingerprint the ball.
Just wait, get out, Ted. Back 10 here, guys. You still got a challenge,
The
guys.
2023 NRL and NRLW Telstra Premiership Grand Finals back at Accor Stadium this year. Sunday, October 1 is the date, and show Dad, he's simply the best. Father's Day tickets to the Grand Final. What a wonderful idea. Particularly if he's a Newcastle fan or a Cronulla fan. They are more than capable. Winning form heading into the finals, Andrew. It must count for something.
Well, it does, especially if you're injury-free. A couple of the top teams, in particular Penrith. Jerome Luai with that shoulder injury. Adam Reynolds for Brisbane. Pat Carrigan. We don't know when the two are going to be back for Brisbane.
Jerome Hughes.
Yeah.
Jerome Hughes, media.
Calf going to two, didn't he? Oh, Ponga! I went back. That was neat. He dropped it, but not towards the opponent's goal line. Straight through the arms. They have handled Margie well.
There you can see it's been a real effort. They've put him in the spotlight. Every time he gets the ball, Margie, they're attacking him from the inside for a marker. He gets the sets rolling for Newcastle.
Elliott for Hetherington. An engrossing first half. On a wonderful afternoon for rugby league here. Gamble high. Young trying to get through to pressure Tracy. Now Sipatalakai gets muscled up there by Adam Elliott, and they're appealing for a lost ball, and they are going to win the appeal. Another mistake, and more ball for the Knights.
Well, it's a wide
Where do you want the scrum?
scrum.
Shot clock on. Where do you want it?
It's probably around 5 metres past that middle of the field. If they go a 3-3 split either side, they can get Ponga on this longer side. Well, they've taken the scrum right over towards the sideline.
They're all out here to the left too. Not much secret about which way they're coming. Brad Fittler.
Well, when you got Nickera playing right back row, he's so quick and he gets out of that scrum so quick. He nullifies.
Oh, yes.
Last scrum they had, he nullified the speed of Ponga, and Ponga ended up stepping inside.
They had a trick shot there.
They just gave it away. Gagai bumped out of one. Beat Hazelton. There's a gap there if they can exploit it. The ball sent out to Safidi.
Big tackle. It's Talakai.
That was Daniel Safidi. This is Jack Hetherington. Now Phoenix Crossland. Now Dylan Lucas. A left foot step and then a straighten off the right. 3 metres from the line now. Big passage of play this in the context of the game, you fancy. It goes to Clune. And now to Gamble. He beat Talakai. He can't beat the others who came rushing in. Trindle was the main tackler, and Graham there too. Hetherington tries to bash down the front door. Can't do so. Long pass to Clune. He's been keen to run today. He beat the first tackle. That was Jack Williams, and he's come back and has to submit. 5 and last. Gamble, he couldn't thread the needle.
He had to make that tackle, Tyson Gamble. It's a high-quality game. Both teams. Defence really holding up.
We said before the game, they're two great attacking sides. Both defences were going to get an examination today, and after a shaky start for both sides, they've kind of stood up to it now.
Well, Royce Hunt, he brings the power from the bench. He's been exceptional. Connor Tracy.
Well, we had the meters gained before. Connor Tracy was nearly double than any other player on the field.
Ponga with time to settle under the ball that time. He's met by Hazelton in kick chase. He is just... Oh, he probably should have got a penalty there.
Should have got a penalty then.
He is 100 miles an hour with everything. Now, all penalty goes the other way.
Offside, mate. I was calling you, Brennan. We're at a penalty. You can't come. Let's go.
I think there's a bit of frustration about Wade Graham's discussion there with the referee. We'll attempt a discussion anyway. He's shoot him away, quick, smart. Bradman Best with the tap restart.
And with that defensive rushing defence, we haven't seen Bradman Best hardly with any ball.
Clune brings Ponga in, and an overlap here. Gagai straight for Young. Young motoring, great covering defence by the Shark. They came at a rate of knots. Trindle's been ironed out in that tackle, but he saved a try.
That was brave. He is brave. Braden Trindle. Watch Dominic Young put the foot down. And have a look at that. Just puts his body on the line. Every player there.
Well, that's secondary defence. When the opposition gets around you on the outside, it's up to those on the inside to track in behind and cover to the corner post, and Braden Trindle did it beautifully then.
Doesn't that sum up the must-win nature of this game? The desperation from Trindle.
Well, that's final stuff.
Yeah. Did you see 6-all at this stage of the game?
No. But I thought that one team would have to stand up defensively today, and that would be the difference. It seems that both have had the same mentality. Brilliant game of footy.
Oh, so good.
Both have had a disallowed try. Nothing much in it at all. If anything, Newcastle's probably had the better field position. The danger is Sharks have only been down here twice, got across the line and had one disallowed. Here they come again.
Yeah, and they find themselves handily positioned here. Here's Royce Hunt. They can't put him on the ground. Not many could. By tackling centre point Tower. Inside to Williams. Buffeted it off. Hetherington's first attempt at tackle. They're 16 metres from the Newcastle line. Moylan for Nikora. Gee, that was brave by Phoenix Crossland as well. 5 metres out. Big Tom Hazelton. Great tack. Ponga. Brilliant shot. Nikora, he got knocked back before, and they come in from everywhere to stop him again.
Watch the urgency here of the Newcastle players. Watch how they react and how they sprint to the danger. They absolutely sprint towards the danger to get their bodies in the way of Nikora. Watch this. They're all in lined out. Look at them coming from the back. Bang, bang, bang. Blue jerseys.
Yeah, great initial contact there by Dylan Lucas. They've been playing back row for a few games. Came to the club, he was a centre. Probably just lacks that express speed to be a top-line centre. Works so hard. A real popular member of the club. Tough as they come. That was a great tackle.
His last handful of NRL appearances, he's played 80 minutes as well. So not just making the conversion from the outside backs to the forwards, but going the distance. Oh, you can feel the tension here. High quality, engrossing, gripping footy. Now Frizzell's racing through here. Tracy takes it, and Frizzell, he was a bit gentler than he was earlier in the half. Final minute of the first half. Katoa flings it out the back after losing his footing. It goes to Williams.
They're short on their right here, Newcastle.
The Sharkies have stacked their left-hand side attack, so they're going to try and take advantage there, but it's knocked on.
Scrum in the middle.
I think they'd be all happy to go to half-time.
Let's go.
Knights, so they're rushing to get the scrum packed.
Yeah, be some interesting half-time talks going on there. Build confidence, try to help them with the positivity.
Time off, shot clock's still going, stay in this position.
Convince them that they're on top, convince them there's a win there for them. Maybe a couple of little tweaks. But essentially, it's just going to be more of the same. It will come down to who wants it more.
Ponga kicks across. He's got Dominic Young chasing the ball. Favoured Young. It was swatted out by Ronaldo Mulatalo, and there's one last attacking raid before the siren sounds to bring to an end an epic first half. This is everything we hoped it would be. A full house at McDonald Jones Stadium, and two of the league's in-form teams locked together at 6 apiece at half-time.
Both sides have defended far better than we could have imagined.
So what lies ahead? Sunday footy, as good as it gets here. The Knights to resume the battle. And Daniel Saifidi tackled by Hazelton. Dom Young now. Thought he'd equalled the record for most tries in a season. For Newcastle, it's 21. It's held jointly by Aku Uate and Tamana Tahu. But he had one ripped away by the bunker early in the game. Played by Hetherington. And Elliott busy as ever. Gamble runs. Ponga wraps around the right-hand side. Oh, he got monstered by Royce Hunt. Gamble. Oh, Tracy. Oh, how about that? When you're playing with confidence, the ball bounces for you, and it did literally there. Straight off his chest.
Get him in the circus.
Didn't look all that comfortable from the get-go there. Kind of Tracy having to make ground for that catch. Jack Williams. Up to the halfway after 4 tackles. The Sharks down inside Newcastle territory. Blake Brayley. And then Moylan away for Trindle to kick down that short side, back across them. Ponga with the catch, unchallenged.
There was an injury picked up here by Jack Williams. Comes out of that tackle holding a left arm. It's a movement back in it. He reeled out of that tackle on Ponga.
Gamble.
There's no time to think about injuries. Just got to get back in the line and do your job.
Frizzell bounced away from Royce Hunt.
Showing plenty of energy, the old bloke, Tyson Frizzell, isn't he?
Yeah, put a few dents in them.
I think he's just signed a 3-year deal, hasn't he, or 2-year extension?
Well, speaking of dents, that one has really set Cronulla on their heels from Saifidi. The kick, probably not the best one that Gamble has mustered on the last tackle, and it's taken by Tracy.
Here's Ponga, bottom of screen. Jack Williams.
And Ramian. 25 out from his own line. Williams is okay. He's bounced back to action and he's run for 15 metres or more there. Good run.
Yeah. When the Roosters were at their absolute best, and Craig Fitzgibbon was a big part of that organisation, their forwards just used to run so fast. So fast. They used to sprint at top pace every time they looked like getting the ball. You can see that in these Sharks players.
Oh.
It's a bit too long.
7 tackle set.
The Sharks forwards don't saunter onto the ball. They don't get the ball and then try to find a little bit of space or a jink. They just run fast. They hit the line and they run really quick. There was a hallmark of the Roosters players when they were going really good.
A double error from Cronulla.
Mark's just here.
Well, let's just hope they put the rest whistle away and let the players decide this.
Think back to Adrian Morley, just running as hard as he can. If he watched that, that was frightening.
Yeah, probably post that era. Probably the era where Fitzy was there as an assistant coach. And he certainly brought that attribute to the Cronulla Sharks. Their forwards run fast.
Ah, there's the chant. They've turned the volume up for the Newcastle chant because their team is down in enemy territory inside the 10 now. One-handed pass from Saifidi, sent from Clune, straight away to Lucas. Jinking run, almost through. Lucas. That was good footwork. They had to scramble to stop him. Gee, Ramian came surging off the line there.
But it was smart. He came up and then got to his outside of Clune, hunted him back in.
Ponga goes to Frizzell. He left 2 behind. Wants to play this as fast as possible. Kalen's there, a dink to the in-goal. Kalen after it himself. Over the back. Now, Saifidi pulled out of that because he knew he was in front of him, and that was pretty clever from the front row.
Clever. What about this kick from Ponga? He catches in one movement, gets it on his boot, finds space. That is just amazing skill. Great touch.
Stay behind.
He's still in the air as he kicks it. Getting it from his hands to his foot really quickly. No gambling with the short kick off this time.
Oh, that's perilously close to the sideline. And Marziu, they've given him no space to work with at all, but he's flattened one of them there. That was Royce Hunt.
He went over the top of Royce Hunt there. Got 3 markers there. Cronulla.
Yeah, you've got to double team him. You won't do it on your own. I don't care who you are. Takes at least 2.
Adam Elliott now. The Knights looking promising. They're hunting up for something. And we're about to get our 3rd try of the game. Crossland. And Clune and Lucas again causing a headache, but that was good effective defence that time. Stopped by Nikora. It goes to Clune. And Daniel Safidi freewheeling towards the line. He kept powering the legs right underneath the black dot. Clune and Gamble. And now Dom Young with a kick. It was a falcon and over the sideline. Not played at. They ran out of room on that right-hand edge.
The run option was never on. They had more defenders than attackers. Falcon. To try to get the ball to Ponga in that attacking situation. That first half, they got him freed up on the left side, coming off Clune in and around Moylan. There's the blueprint.
And the Sharks have used a couple of forms of defence on both sides of the field today. Sometimes they rush up and in. Sometimes they race up and wait. And sometimes they hang back. They're kind of just playing it on feel at the moment. As for most of it, they've guessed right.
Tracy.
Obviously communicating really well, talking to each other. They're all in sync.
Always Hunt's covering the field. Jessica Hearn's gone out there. And Trindle kicks into the corner. Perfectly weighted. Ponga right against the sideline. Oh, Ponga with pace.
Look out.
Ponga's beaten them all. Has he got any support? Does he need support? Ponga's beaten 4 of them.
Wow.
Gamble now. If they can make it sing left, they should score. Lucas gets the ball and takes the tackle. Ponga has ignited the fans again. Clune, short pass. Bradman Best has scored.
Well, we've been waiting for it all day for him to get the ball in some sort of pace. But just watch Kalen Ponga off absolutely nothing. He catches this ball inches inside the sideline at his own end of the field. Big high kick. Isuzu MUX replay. Just watch this genius. Bang. I've caught it. Now he just gets across field. Bang, around the front rower, and he's off into the backfield. He sums it up. No one's coming. All right, I've got you beat. Round him he goes. Connor Tracy comes up with the grab. Tyson Gamble does the right thing by getting into the line. He goes at them. On the next play, the ball Clune. Beautifully worked down the short side with Bradman Best. Absolutely outstanding.
Well, Bradman Best's name goes on the score sheet, but you can put that down to the amazing skill and speed and evasive capabilities of Kalen Ponga.
And it was a great pass from Adam Clune. It was 3 defenders, 3 attackers. Saw his speed in the first half. That time he skipped. Created room for Bradman Best on the outside. Big kick here from Ponga.
Oh, he's drilled it. As the sun sets, the lights take over here at McDonald Jones Stadium, and the home team lead the game with half an hour to play. No one has dared move from their seats. It's been a sellout here for 2 weeks.
The Sharks led 6-0. Now the home team have got to the front.
Oh, Gagai.
He just pinballs off him. Hits and spins. And
He must wake up sore on Monday morning.
Gagai.
Yeah, he has that many collisions.
He actually looks for collisions. When there's space there, he runs into him just to pinball off him. He's been strong, Adam Elliott.
He's not a break yet. Bonga pops the question again to Tracy. He's asked to come forward to make the catch. He spilt, well, he half spilt the previous one. He took that cleanly. And now Ramian runs into a three-man tackle. Crossland there. Hetherington there. Ronaldo Mulatalo. Good quick play, the ball. And now Kartoa with all his leg speed. Runs out to the 40. Throws it back 10 metres. His mate's there again. The two wingers. Winger to winger, Gus. That generally doesn't end well, but it was okay then. Oh, Cahoon jarred.
Get that into you.
That's his first run of the game.
Oh. That's forward.
Wade Graham asked to kick out of this left-hand edge. Young takes it and goes to ground straight away.
A tackle from Tyson Frizzell. Here it is here, bottom of the screen. Oh, whiplash.
Actually watched Frizzell warming up, and he has the trainer doing his own specific warm-up with him now. I suppose when you've been through as much collision as he has at this stage of his career, anything to get you going.
Yeah, it's all maintenance and management. They know what to do game day. It's just a matter of getting yourself ready and recovered from one game and into the next game. You're not coaching blokes like that.
Tracy again. Great defence. And they've really bristled up here on the back of that try, the Newcastle side.
Well, as the weeks have gone by, as they've put this run of wins together, defensively they've looked to improve every week. A lot of teams get confidence from their defence and build their attacking game. With the Knights, I think it's been the opposite. They've got so much confidence out of their point scoring, all of a sudden their defence is really improving.
Oh, there was a collision. Talakai going full ball straight at Tyson Gamble. McInnes back on the ground. And an offload to Cahoon. Well, they were struggling for yardage there at the start of this set. They've done a good job to end it near Newcastle's 30, and they're going to run the ball here. Trindle. Oh, play on.
Where did that come from?
No idea. Jesse Cahoon. Well, he didn't need to show his kicking licence because he didn't get a foot to it.
Was that Dane Gagai? Dane Gagai. He made the tackle on Trindle and then got up and then sprinted in field.
He did take a long time to kick it.
I wonder what Jesse was thinking.
He thought he had a bit longer than he did.
He's dreamt about this moment his whole footy career. I'm going to get this ball, I'm going to kick it to the corner.
Oops. He said, I've seen them do this before, I can do this.
Yes.
Now, which end do you hold again?
Measured the wind.
Whoops.
Gamble kicking. He's trying to set up a contest one-on-one with Young, but the kick was a fraction long.
That'd be a funny comedy skit. Forwards who think they can kick.
He could narrate it. These mates are tough yards today. Sione Kartoa. Now Tracy. Oh, good tackle, Bradman Best. He's back again for more. Moylan.
There's a ball been in play for a fair cycle here. Just watching some of the forwards trying to get back on side for both teams.
Yeah, something's going to give shortly.
It's a fatigue alert, 5.5 minutes. The ball's been in play.
And that's what the cycle's all about. Who gives up first? A penalty or a missed tackle or a drop ball?
And this is where you talk about toughness. This is for a halfback. This is where you show your toughness. The ability to play while you're tired, while your teammates are tired. You've got to step up and use the ball. Freddie.
It's going to be a tricky back end of the game for Craig Fitzgibbon. Looking at the Knights interchange, they've only made 2 interchanges. Fitzy's made 4 already. He's got all his experience sitting on the bench. Williams, Hunt, Hamlin-Uele and Rudolph.
Okay, I've just made their third actually, Brad, because Matt Croker's got on the ground now. So I'd imagine that interchange is a response to this uninterrupted period of play, which has gone past 6 minutes now.
And this is final stuff. This is what the whole season tackle.
Great shot. Oh, there's the mistake, and the Knights have won the arm wrestle.
And watch this contact here from Phoenix Crosland, but also Tyson Frizzell. And they're going to challenge this one, the Sharks.
Come up to the third tackle.
This will be
the
a
captain's
big
challenge from the Sharks, disputing the decision of a lost ball.
This will be a big decision in the game. Because you feel like if the Knights get this ball, it could be points. Well, his hand's all over the ball.
Yeah, but they're not stripping at it.
Well, it's last night we're doing the Brisbane-Canberra game. There was half a dozen like this.
Yeah, you've got to hold on to the ball. You're entitled to tackle the ball. He can't hold on to it. That's his problem.
Just looking to see if this is a lost ball or there is intent to strip.
Watch the left hand, the left arm of Phoenix Crosland. It gets there and then there's a movement down with his left arm.
No, he's just looking for another grab, that's all. He's lost it. Get on with it.
Britton Nakora is looking to offload. Phoenix Crosland is just trying to lock the ball up. The challenge is unsuccessful. There is no intent to strip.
Good on you, Mr. Bunker.
He's trying to offload the ball and it's not possible. Yeah, it's been reviewed.
Hold on to the ball, then you don't have to worry about it.
All right.
Where do you want the scrum?
All right.
Well, that's 35 tackles. 35 tackles there for Phoenix Crosland. He's the champ.
Well, there we go. They can take a big step, a big step towards victory here and a guaranteed top 8 finish right now. Big set of 6.
Gagai, he's threatened all afternoon. He bounces off Talakai. Near the 10.
Right there, you're trying to push him off. Let's go.
Crossland for Croker. A capable offloading forward, Matt Croker. But he's happy to take the hit up on that occasion. Crossland sends it away. Gamble for Leo Thompson. The Knights within 5. I think they might have played at the hand there, the Cronulla team. So there was no contact with the ball, so the tackle count hasn't been re-triggered. Ponga skipping. Floating it to Gamble. Cut out pass to Dom Young. Brilliant by the Knights. And that has equalled the record. They won't take this one away from him. 21 tries in the season.
Well, firstly, a couple of things to look for here. Kalen Ponga's pass, how far he goes in the line, which gives Tyson Gamble time. Isuzu MUX replay. Ponga goes into the line and holds Wade Graham, which then holds Tyson Frizzell, gives him time, and this pass here is inch perfect. And Dominic Young, what a finisher.
Well, he thought he'd equal the record earlier, but he's officially done it now, and he shares the mark. 21 tries in a season with a couple of champions of the Newcastle club, Tamata Tahu and Akuyuate, and that ball was beautiful. It floated. It almost floated to allow Young to run onto it.
When the Knights bought Tyson Gamble, I thought, yeah, it's a good buy. Stopgap sort of play, can play anywhere. I didn't know he had this much class. He has been a great guy.
Oh, Ponga swings it back. He's nailed another one. Back-to-back efforts, 18-6. 21 minutes to play here. We know the Sharks are a very dangerous attacking team if they can get some field position. 12 points is not a big margin as far as their attacking potency goes. Oh.
They're all over him. Now go for speed. Slow.
Having said that, I'd rather be 12 in front than 12 behind with this big crowd behind you.
I'd be very tempted at the end of this set to take a field goal, which then makes the Sharks have to score three scores, which then brings in that scoreboard pressure. 20 minutes to go.
Safidi's pass, 2 bounces, collected by Bradman Best. We reach the hour mark on a memorable afternoon here in Newcastle. Rugby League heartland, and the fans have turned out to urge this night's outfit on, and Clune wrapped up by Brayley. Gamble kicks to the left. Marzu pursuing out there. And Bradman Best with a tap back. It goes to head. It'll be a try to Leo Thompson. I don't think he got there.
Well, does the ball come out and go backwards? Great desperation by the Sharks.
Coming up to the 6th tackle, I have no try. Confirm we have a tackle and a lost ball.
Oh. Well, Leo Thompson goes for the try line. He grew up playing rugby union. He thinks he's back playing union. He gets tackled and just puts the ball behind him. There's the tackle.
Leo Thompson knocks the ball on in the field of play. We have a decision.
Toby Rudolph.
What a great tackle.
That's kept them in it.
Yeah, 10 out, get close. Front foot on the line.
It's a try saver, but they're a long way away from where they need to be. The Sharks. Bradley Fettler.
I always thought the Newcastle crowd was very knowledgeable, and then the fan behind me said he thinks he's playing rugby.
That's what Andrew said. They got the Oath Immortal plugged into their ears, Freddie. Oh, penalty.
Oh, that'd be frightening.
The on-air version.
The head noise is deafening at the moment, Freddie.
Well, the first rule about stopping the comeback is not to let them get the first try. The longer you can delay the first try, the less likely the comeback. Still plenty of time on the clock, 18 minutes. They've got to fight hard in defence tonight. Just don't think they've got a 12-point buffer. They can afford one. They can't.
The Sharks came into the round with having scored the most points of any team in the comp, and Tracy turns it here for Ramian. Moylan across the line. Trindle for Graham. Good tackle. No duress about Newcastle's defence at this stage of the set. Can they force a restart, if not a try, with this kick? Trindle rolls to the end goal. Ooh. He gave that too big a whack.
That's nearly Taree.
Here goes Dom Young.
Look out. I love the way wingers sprint up as fast as they can, tap the ball, then get smashed. They just run towards a collision.
And now Marzio, he was about to wind up.
He had the skates on.
His legs are too strong for the turf.
The death bobbles.
Dominic Young's got some cramps. He's on the other side of the field to where he should be. He can't walk at the moment. He's down for the count.
Gamble. Frizzell. Great pass. Here's Jacob Safidi. He gets mowed down in a covering tackle by Rudolph once again. He's been immense in defence, but they might be about to break them down. Bradman Best gets a second try.
Kalen Ponga is down in back play and hasn't moved. Oh, no.
Guys,
and there's a big push and shove.
Well, he had a real pressure catch and pass to make. He wasn't protecting himself at all.
Guys.
He's okay. He's okay. He's taken a heavy knock. Isuzu Emirates replay. Just watch the pressure here Jesse Ramian puts on him.
Oh, it's a shoulder charge.
Blindsides him.
This could be a send-off.
It's a heavy collision.
Oh, it's shoulder to the head. No arms.
It's a brave play by Ponga. He knows it's coming, but he gets his pass anyway.
Oh. So the trainers with Kalen. In the meantime, Bradman Best has got his second and pushed this score out to a very dominant 22 points to 6. I don't know whether... I don't think this is head-related. It looks...
No, it looks shoulder-related.
Sternum?
Yeah.
Sternum, shoulder?
Shoulder.
We all, and understandably, you panic a little when you see Kalen in these situations, given his history of head knocks.
Yeah, Tyson Gamble's got the ball for the goal kick.
So his arm is separated from the body.
I think it's just a big shot.
Yeah, that would not constitute the classical interpretation of a shoulder charge, because there's separation between the arm.
It's a heavy collision. No. Bradley Fittler.
You've got to understand, Jesse Ramian would be one of the hardest players in the competition. He is just made of concrete.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that tackle at all. It obviously looked very dangerous the way Kalen's head went whipping back.
Yeah, well, first looking at it, the left arm comes around and wraps. I couldn't see the left arm on the first look. And that's all fine.
And look,
there's no contact with the head. I thought it was shoulder charge to the head when I first saw it.
Well, Dane Gagai's stolen the ball. Here's a tough one for him. Oh, it just fades away.
No good. Time back off.
Conversion attempt by Dane Gagai was waved away. Just on 15 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Your NRL Newcastle Lions 22, leading the Sharks 6.
Bradman Best, the try scored. Now Ponga's still on the ground, but I don't know for how much longer. That is not a great effort. So he's feeling for a shoulder.
Well, he's feeling the top. He's feeling his AC joint at the top of his shoulder there, which the way he landed on top of that shoulder, you just wouldn't risk it. You just bring him straight off, wouldn't you?
He'll be the best judge. He's just squeezed his collarbones together. can shock you. It's not a nice feeling.
Gee, the Newcastle fans have never been so happy to see a shoulder injury.
Yeah, he's all right. He's back.
Well, one thing with them AC, if it is an AC injury, you can needle them and you can play with them.
Well, he's going to march on. Yes, Brad.
Well, I still don't know what good he's being out there at the moment. You know, they've still got a few interchanges up their sleeve. They're 16 points ahead. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Well, he wants to be there, so he's obviously got something in mind. He's certainly not coming off.
Not yet. Thompson. Big run. That's New Brown out there playing his first game in NRL football for Newcastle. Played 30-odd games for the Sharks. He's been a real journeyman. He goes to the left-hand side now where Clune's waiting, and back now for Marzu. Yes, it's another one. The Beast gets a try. And that sends them into a frenzy.
Too strong. Too strong. They've got their measure now. Greg Marzu coming back hard against the grain. And as I said, you can't... It's not a one-man tackle. You need at least two. And it can even be Ueli straight over the fullback. Isuzu, MUX replay. Just watch the big winger come charging back on the inside here. Pulls through a front rower, runs over to the fullback, plants it down.
As soon as that halfback gets across, starts to get across field, watch jersey 11, Nickera. The back rowers love to get out, put pressure on the halves, which then puts a lot of stress on the defender inside Nickera. And if you can transfer that ball back quickly back on the inside, especially to a power runner like Marzu, so hard to stop. He's been a great pickup for the Knights.
Well, something special is really brewing here in the Hunter. Now, Kalen he's succumbed, and to a standing ovation from the Knights fans.
Here he goes straight up the tunnel. Now, with this win today, it guarantees the top 8 position, the 5th position.
Well, you'll be in 5th position with this win, but it guarantees a place in the finals for the Knights.
And a home semi. Is there, even if they lose next week? Where's Middo?
Gagai, let's see if he can correct that previous kick, which faded late. Overcorrection.
No good. Come on.
Division 10 was unsuccessful. 12.5 minutes remaining in the second half. NIB Newcastle Knights 26, leading the Sharks 6. The change made by coach and by Ryan, all captain number 1, Captain Combat came from the field, replaced by Newcastle Knight, number 344, making his NRL debut. Play the round.
Stay behind.
26-6, and still a lot of time on the clock. No pressure now on Newcastle. They have opened up a match-winning lead. So that is our live ladder. Newcastle in 5th position. Now, a reminder of the way the final system works for week 1. Teams 1 and 2 host. Teams 5 and 6 host. And can you imagine a Newcastle home final here week 1? It'll be this and some.
Well, 6 and 7 play each other next week.
And just with the machinations of things, neither team is actually guaranteed a finals place in that game, depending on how results pan out. So we always get to the end of the season and there are a lot of twists and turns. The Sharks have done so well to play their way back into finals contention. They host Canberra next week. Sunday footy here on 9 in a match of, well, to say the utmost importance would be a vast understatement. Marley, how good an afternoon. What's the crowd?
Oh, it is absolutely unbelievable down here. The Novocastrians are having the time of their lives. I've seen shirts off, I've seen dance moves, and I've seen them hanging off the rafters because there's 29,423 of them, which is well above their 21,000 average for home games this year, and the last time they were getting 21,000 per home game was back in 2006. So they're really showing up and helping carrying on these boys to the finals.
Yes, well, their influence has been profound today. So Gagai back to fullback with Kalen off the field. We'll try and bring you some news on the severity of that shoulder injury to Ponga. The fact that he was trying to play on is obviously a positive sign. Look, Marsh again. And a dummy and run by New Brown. He's up and off again, and Brayley desperate to drag him down from behind. Gamble with a kick. Frizzell's getting through once more. Well, oh, Tracy spills it.
Well, his reward for Tyson Frizzell all game is chased as hard as he could. This time, he was nowhere near Tyson Gamble. Have a look. He comes from 10 metres behind and sprints to the threat. He gets down there and puts some pressure on, and with that, forces the error.
He's had a big game.
What a player. He's got huge influence over this playing group. Not with his words, just by his actions. Trains hard. He's a warrior.
Andrew, how are you feeling about this team? Now, history says you've got to finish in the 4. Let's get back to that in a minute, because I want to get an honest appraisal of where they're at. I mean, this is an 8th straight win. Gagai might add his name to the try list. Just pulled down.
Second effort. He lost the border. I know that, but you can't go reaching in there. On the line, back foot. New. Just there.
Jacob Safidi commences another attacking raid. Rudolph, he's worked himself to a standstill in this second half. Here's Elliott. New Brown, power play, a reach. Does he get the ball down? I think it just came out of Jacob's hand.
Okay, we're on tackle 3 here, Grant.
No.
I have no try. Confirm he does lose the ball short of the line.
He does well on contact, and he holds the arm of the ball carrying arm off the ground and reaches out.
That's Toby Rudolph again.
Well, he's raked that ball.
Jacob Safidi extends his arm, just looking to see if it's knocked on or stolen in the act of scoring.
So in the act of scoring a try, you're allowed to strip at the ball. Which then the ball goes backwards off Toby Rudolph.
At this stage, we're ruling that Toby Rudolph is stealing the ball in the act of grounding.
Ball alive.
So the ball goes back. And do they tackle the Cronulla player in his own end goal?
Who's the next one to pick up the ball? All right, well, the Knights know what's happened. They've gone back to get ready for the line dropout.
The old days, that was just a drop ball.
Playing on to this point.
And there we go, Connor Tracy's
Tracy's then tackled in the in goal. We have a decision.
Here comes the resumption.
Both stay.
It was 6-all at half-time, you know.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, the Knights, the second half. Very commanding.
Stay behind!
Oh. Gagai trying to take advantage of some pretty tired Cronulla defence at this stage. The big body of Jacob Saifidi gets dragged back by Toby Rudolph, who has tried so hard. He was there again. Well, you know, Jacob Saifidi was going to score a moment ago. Leo Thompson wants to offload. Succumbs in the tackle. Nikora, first marker. Brady there also. Away through Elliott. Now Hetherington accelerates as he gets to Wade Graham. That's 4 plays. They're hunting for more points, the Knights. Inside pass. Cronulla saw it coming. New Brown. He's wearing 22. Sends it to Clune. Dinks to the end goal and kicked over the back.
Beautifully executed. Both teams came into this game without their number 7. No Jackson Hastings for the Knight. No Nico Hines for Cronulla. But I would have to say Adam Clune has handled his role infinitely better than his opposition. He's had a great game.
8 wins in a row. Potentially a home final.
Definitely a home final, definitely.
What?
Well, next week, Cronulla play
lower than 6. You're right. So a home final here. Now, look, history says, as I mentioned, you finish outside the 4, you can't win it. But look, Newcastle could take 9 straight wins into the finals.
And some of the top teams are busted. Some injuries. I know Tonga's hurt his shoulder. I'd like to know how severe it is. But next week, I think they'll rest some players, Newcastle.
So, as Hetherington explodes on the one, he fancies his chances of reaching out here. He got it back to Elliott. Elliott scrapping.
What's the dummy half?
Oh, big impact. Cronulla holding on, but just Clune again, out the back to Gagai. Well read. Clune kicking. Now here's Young. Young v Mulatalo. Comes off Ronaldo. It's cleaned up by Braden Trindle.
They're talking to Jackson Hastings before the game. He thinks with the win today, he'll rest up again next week. I imagine Tonga won't play next week. So they're guaranteed a home semi, the Newcastle Knights. Jackson Hastings.
Of course, the difference.
Lachlan Fitzgibbon, he could have played today. He was very close, so he'll be right. I'd say he may be rested. Kurt Mann, he's got a sternum problem. He'll be back in a fortnight. So this time of year, you need that luck with injuries.
So Newcastle with a clean bill of health, Andrew, going into a finals campaign. Could they do something special from outside the 4?
Well, I'd like to think so. Better off asking Gus. I know how biased I am.
Well, no, I mean, you're a realist.
No, definitely.
What do you think they can do here?
Definitely.
Their problem's going to be the long run to get there. They've been playing pretty much finals football now for a couple of months. And it's an intense journey to get there. And whether there's that sense of relief after day, OK, we're there, thank God. And then if you can find the next level you're going to need when September comes around.
Well, looking at the table, Cronulla play Raiders next week. If Cronulla win, then they play the Raiders at home, first semi. The Knights.
I've seen that happen a few times in recent years. Here's a chance. Lucas into the backfield. He beats the last line of defence and he scores his first try.
Yeah, total domination now. Look at all the jerseys in the in goal. Look at the crowd behind them. This is celebrations. On goes the music. This is what the home crowd came to see. It's what they came to feel. It's what everyone wanted. Andrew Johns is up, hands in the air, bouncing around. This is what the day was all about for the local crowd. They're too good. Total domination in the final stages.
And there's Cramp. Let's see you celebrate your first try with Cramp. Isuzu MUX replay. Nothing doing here. The ball goes to Dylan Lucas here. Beats 1, surges, beats 2, 3, 4, and goes over. He's been playing lower grades in the centre. They've worked him into a back rower. Totally changed the way he's trained in the gym and his fitness regime to turn him into a back rower. And look at that. That's just want. Really popular player. Really good young fella. And so good to see him score that try.
Look at the faithful. They are pumped. The Eighth Immortal thinks they can go on and win it. The fans have been thinking that for weeks. You did say that, didn't you?
Yes. Of course I did.
And Neil Diamond's playing. Everyone's singing. What a day in Newcastle. Where are you off to tonight, Andrew?
I'm going home, Gus.
That's a lie.
No, going home.
Everyone singing on the sideline except for Cal.
Yes, great celebration. It's 6-all at half-time. We were thinking this is going to be a tense finish. It might be a bit of brilliance. It might be a 50-50 call that decides it, but the locals have torched the Sharks. Torched them.
Stay behind, guys.
The pickle juice is out.
Stay behind.
That just sounds awful. Pickle juice.
We're going to have for a band.
Wouldn't be passing my lips.
There it is, the pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Freddie, grab a couple for Gus to take home in the car. A couple of pickle juice.
No.
Of the long neck variety. Okay, boys, send them home with a cheer.
Have you got the pickle juice, Freddie?
There you go, Gussie. They'll be coming up in a sec, mate.
Oh, hang on.
You smell it through the lid. That's how strong it is.
He's going to have a drink.
Yeah, I'll have it with me Big Mac on the way home.
That'll stop your jaw cramping when you try to put the Big Mac all in one go.
Are you going to have a go at it, Freddie, or are you going to leave everyone
No,
hanging?
I'm saving it for Gus.
Oh.
This could be awful, this.
Come on.
One last set.
Here we go.
Send them home with a cheer.
Haven't had enough yet, Andrew.
No.
They're charging onto it.
He's a player, Leo Thompson.
Clune, what a job he's done over the last fortnight. And he might have another game next week with Hastings resting up. It's a full squad effort if you're going to make a run for the premiership, and the Knights have got a few who have contributed across the board. Hetherington, half a metre out. A dummy here from Gamble. Flings it out the back. Clune sees space, tries to roll it through, couldn't get enough boot on it, and Sione Katoa stopped firstly by Croker, and then Clune comes in to help finish off the job.
Just tan the camera around to the crowd and see how many happy faces are here this evening.
Well, no one's left.
No, the whole crowd is still here. They love their footy up here in Newcastle.
And it's good for the game, Gus, when this team's going well. They've had, over the last decade, they've had some really rough times, but the bad times make the good times more enjoyable, they say, and this is one heck of a ride the fans are on now. Margie with the catch.
It shapes up for a big game next Sunday in Cronulla. Sharks v Raiders.
Full time in Sunday footy. The Knights are into the finals for 2023. 32-6.